better than you did certainly in the first two sets. It started the third as well tonight.
Yeah, I played well. I don't know about better or whatever, but I played well.
So what do you think the keys were in the tie breaks? Just a couple points here and there.
I didn't make mistakes. You know, if he hits a 140 and he hits in the back of the line, you know, whatever.
Is there any qualitative difference to you losing like well?
Sure. You know, I'm not walking off with any questions in my head this time. I'm not walking with my head down. I played my ass off out there tonight. I played the right way. So, you know, it helps, but that doesn't mean I can't be pissed off.
That just show how good he is.
Yeah, he's great.
And how hard is it coming into the press conferences dealing with questions about Roddick?
It's not fun.
Is it ever hard not to feel sorry for yourself that you're born into this generation?
No, if I feel sorry for myself, I'm a real asshole. Honestly, I get to play on atmospheres like that. You know, I get a lot of opportunities. I'm very lucky. If I start feeling so much sorry for myself, I need a serious sense of perspective.
You still think you can beat him?
Yeah, if I didn't, I wouldn't be out here.
Do you wonder what more you can do after playing, as you said, the best that you could?
I didn't say that. He said that. Yeah, tonight that way. If I play like that consistently, who knows? You know, I think contrary to what he said, I don't think it was a piece of cake for him. You know, I thought I made him play as well as he could play.
Did you feel from the very beginning that it was going to be a match like that? Right when you stepped out there, was there a point when you just knew this was going to be a really good match?
I felt pretty good. You know, from the first ball, you know, I had a game plan and I felt like I executed it pretty well most of the time. I just tried to keep going.
That piece of cake remark, I mean, that's what Michael said first before Roddick. Did you take that personally?
No, I mean, I just hope he didn't mean it was a piece of cake. Because
he was being so sarcastic about hard work. Your overnight sensation by working hard. It was more about the hard work.
Okay, that's fine. You guys are making a. You guys are.
It wasn't about you at that moment.
Was that a question?
No, it is a question. Yeah.
What was your question? Are you going to ask the same thing that he just asked?
Yeah, my question, I mean, it still stands because he didn't even have a chance to answer it. Did you take it personally?
No, I mean, I know Roger has more class than that. I was just making the point contrary to what was said out there. I didn't think it was a piece of cake. You know, you guys can take that and run with it however you want and make something of it, but that's not the case. You know, I'm just saying contrary to what was said. You know, I hope it wasn't a piece of cake. I certainly didn't feel that way from my end.
And he obviously served huge in key moments. Do you feel like, other than the ones that won, some service to chances?
Yeah, I mean, I was getting a deuce pretty, you know, not in the first set and a half. I wasn't getting a lot of looks. At the end of the second set and even the beginning of the third, I was getting there. I didn't return badly, and that's what you have to try to make him do.
And as the match got away with you, it seemed like you had a lot of nervous energy you were getting up early in the changeover.
As the match got away from me, I've been getting up early from switchover since 2000. I don't know if that was just for the third set.
Would you say this is the best that you've ever played against, or the best that you felt leaving a match against him?
I don't know. Played pretty well in Shanghai. I played pretty well in the Wimbledon final in 04. It's tough to choose. I mean, it's tough to say one over the other, especially when this one's fresh in your memory.
And when he reflexes back at 140, like you were talking about in the breaker, does it surprise you?
No. I've seen it done too many times.
Is he getting better?
I don't know.
What are your plans now? Are you going to stay in New York, or are you going to go home? And what do you plan on doing for the next couple of days?
I don't know. I might take tomorrow off and then start getting ready for Davis Cup.
Is it harder to take a loss, Andy, when you did play so well as opposed to a match where maybe you said, wow, I just didn't have it tonight?
Given the choice of losing playing well and losing playing badly, I'll take losing playing well any day of the week.
Did you enjoy the match other than the end of it?
I was having a lot of fun out there. I'd have to be completely out of touch not to realize that what the atmosphere was like out there tonight. And if I don't have fun doing that, then I'm not going to have fun playing tennis. That was it was a treat to play out there in that atmosphere.
How can you try to describe, because none of us have ever been in that situation, what is it like to be out there in that kind of a match?
You can just feed off the energy, and it's a show, and you're just pushing each other, and just in a competitive environment when you feel like both people are playing to their abilities, and obviously the crowd, and you walk out there and you're part of a very small percentage of people who can go out there and hear someone cheer for them, or compete on that stage with that amount of hype, and so I think like I said, I have to be totally out of touch not to realize that and appreciate it.
Andy, don't you think they've shown in the last 2 or 3 matches you can cover them now?
I hope so.